Hello and welcome to episode number 6 of season 2 of the Failsafe Fitness podcast. My name is Michael Joshua. I am the owner and director of Failsafe Fitness. I'm also the lead programmer and performance coach of the company. This week on the show, we will be looking at bilateral exercises and how good and what benefit they can have to your training. We're going to look at the Instagram, TikTok and Facebook fad diets that are out there and why anyone with a brain should avoid them. We are also going to look at how to add some distance to your driver off the tee, which I know as golfers we all want to add some distance to that driver, and for most of us amateurs it's probably because we're doing a couple of things or three things specifically very, very wrong. Also as well, I'm going to talk to you about some covered names for sugars and lead you on to the website where there's some more information for that. And also I'm going to do a little bit of self-promoting this week. Golf season for me is literally probably 72 hours away, and all my clients that are booked in, ready to go, and the new clients that I get in May will be getting some extra stuff as well. So, welcome to the show. Episode number 6 of season 2, as I said. I can't believe I've been doing this for so long. It's been pretty good. It's been interesting. There's been some great questions come in after last couple of weeks. So, next week is going to be, I've decided, is definitely going to be your questions answered podcast. So instead of the 5, it's only going to be the 3, but there have been probably the same question asked about a dozen times or so in the last week that have come across my desk and across the emails. So I'm going to be doing that next week. 3 fitness questions, 3 nutrition questions, and 3 golf questions that have come across my desk over the last sort of 6 or 12 weeks that have been the most popular. I'm going to address those next week. But on with today's show and what I've been up to this week. And to be honest, this week it's been a bit of a loose one. There's been some rain, there's been some sunshine, we've got a lot done. You know, golf course has moved towards the opening phase. We're inched forward into doing or finishing all the cutting. I'm inching forward into the business side of things. Big shout out, by the way, to More Than Accountants. They've just become my accountant, which is fantastic. They're a great little company. If you haven't got an accountant, highly recommend so far. They welcome me on board as well, which is fantastic. They're a great little company and I look forward to working with them. Much the same as I look forward to working with every single client so far that is booked in for 2023, and look forward to booking plenty more of you in 2023. So we'll get that out of the way. The promotion for May 342 is back, baby. So I did it in January to great success. We're going to do it again to celebrate the opening of the golf course and opening as the new part of my business, which is the golf performance coaching. So anyone who books online to come and see me in person at Himley Hall Golf Centre in the West Midlands is going to get the opportunity to purchase 342. So 16 to 65 years of age, it's £20 a session. Sessions will last somewhere in the region of 45 to 90 minutes. And we will also have the availability to do a little bit of a playing lesson. And if you're under 16, unfortunately I'm not going to be able to coach you. But if you're over 65, or you have an NUS card, means you're a student, an NHS employee, or you're a member of any of the armed forces across the planet, then you will get a 3 for 2 at a £15 per session rate. So single sessions at £15. 3 for 2 will cost you £30. That's £10 a session if you're any of those. And of course, 3 for 2 also accounts for the 16 to 65 bunch. So £20 a session, and 3 for 2, £40 for 3 sessions. Come and join me. And the first 20 people from May to come and see me, book in and see me. If you've seen my Instagram or TikTok, you will have seen the little gift package I've put together for you as a golf performance coach. They are things that you should have in your bag anyway, but there's a sexy little pink and black poker chip ball marker. There is a ball marker which is also a groove brush, and there's a ball marker with a pencil and a divot tool. So those 3 things, worth around sort of £5 to £7, are going to be given away to the first 20 people who actually come and partake in their lesson with me at Himley Hall Golf Centre in May. So get online. All the info is available in the links below. failsafefitness.weebly.com, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and TikTok at Failsafe Fitness. You'll be able to get to those links as well. And that's basically what I've been up to this week, buying some stock in, getting some giveaways going, and there will be another announcement as well next week. And on Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, there will be another announcement of a giveaway, which is a bit of a huge giveaway for me because I've not really done much of this so far. So first 20 people will get a little welcome pack, and there's also going to be a little special treat for people who book as well. And that's basically been me. I've just been buying stuff and giving stuff away, social media, recording the show, played a little bit of golf myself, not a lot but a little bit. Managed to shoot 84 around Hellzone Golf Club. I mean, fair play, those greens were pretty good considering the weather we'd had. Nice little golf course, very friendly. I don't think I'd want to play that too often. It's a little bit of a hard hat golf course, don't get me wrong. It was in good condition, but I think when you see, I think it was somewhere in the region of 6 fairways and 5 greens with 3 tees, all in the space of about about 20 or 30 acres of land. It's a bit frightening, and I think if the course gets any busier, I don't think I'd want to be in the middle of all that. So, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I played reasonably well. 84, I'll take it. And that's basically been my week. It's been pretty chill. This week is going to be pretty busy. We've still got quite a lot of work to do to get the course ready for opening. There are a few things that I personally want to do as well to help push my side of the business. So it's going to be fun. It is definitely going to be fun. But yeah, good week, fun week. Looking forward to a very long, very hot, very prosperous summer, helping all you people out there get fitter, leaner, learn about nutrition, learn about fitness, learn about how to play better golf. It's going to be fun. And in playing better golf, we'll segue into our tip of the week in terms of training. Now, this is something that I've been doing for the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks. Not so much a couple of weeks ago, but decided to do it the last couple of weeks in particularly. Is bilateral training. So basically working individual sides of the body, individual arms, individual muscle group per body part. And I found it very beneficial. I didn't realize how kind of imbalanced I was in terms of my strength and my abilities. My mobility, I know my limitations, but bilateral training, you can do so many things with it. You've got curls, you've got pulls, you've got dips, you've got ducks, you've got all kinds of things that are going to help you perform. So you can work dumbbell biceps, you can do dumbbell triceps, you can do single leg group bridges, single leg deadlifts. There are so many different exercises that can help you. Step ups, curls, dips. It's absolutely amazing what you can do with one side of your body, and then when you go to do it with the other side of the body, you kind of can't do it. And it's something that I've thought about for a while. I've thought about for a couple of years, but never actually took on board. And it's definitely something that I'll be bringing into my clients' training in the future, definitely a lot more, in terms of, hamstring curls and single leg squats, obviously dumbbell and tricep extensions and curls are definitely things that we can do. Single leg step ups, just working in individual and individual sides of the body and individual muscle groups is definitely going to help, I think, benefit especially my beginner clients a lot more. So bilateral training, if you haven't done it, go and do some of it. I mean, single arm curls, single arm tricep extensions, hamstring curls, leg extensions, things like that. You'll see the differences. If you try and do one exercise, say hamstring curls with individual legs, you'll definitely notice the one is going to be weaker than the other. One is definitely doing more work than the other one when you're normally doing that exercise. So by doing this for 2 or 3, 4 weeks, it's going to help you balance you out. I'm going to help you make sure you maintain a healthy, balanced physique, where one side of your body isn't being overworked and the other side isn't being underutilized. So yeah, bilateral training, go give it a try. I'm definitely going to improve. I've improved a little bit. I think my stability has got a little bit better. And definitely with the fact that my knees are not getting any younger and they're feeling a little bit sore these days after squats, I've found step-ups or weighted step-ups, bilateral step-ups have definitely made a big game changer in the way I feel about squatting. I'm still getting a good workout in, the muscles are getting worked, and I'm definitely feeling the benefits of the balance, where strangely enough, even though I'm right-footed, right-legged, I've got 2 legs, where I'm right-footed, my left leg actually was a little bit stronger than my right, which is very strange. But balance, bilateral training, I've working that out. It's getting a little bit more even, and it's giving me the opportunity to just create an overall physique that is being utilized in the same way. So go and give bilateral training a go. Go and research, do your own little bit of research. Go and do a little bit of testing. Hamstring curls, tricep extensions, dumbbell curls. You'll find that one side is definitely weaker than the other, and you will find a good benefit with this. Same with your bench pressing. If you're doing bilateral dumbbells at 15 kilo, if you go up a weight to 17.5, for instance, you may find that your left or right arm will struggle, but the other one won't. So by adding this bilateral training in, you are definitely going to make a big improvement in the way your body actually performs. Moving into the nutrition side of things, it's not really a tip this week. It's more of a warning. And it's a personal warning to everybody out there who goes on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and whatever else, someone sends at you on Snapchat or whatever. We've all seen them. We've all gone, yeah, okay. But a lot of people, especially a lot of young girls and a few young men, see this 800 calorie a day diet. This is what I eat a day. They'll have a smoothie with some kale and some water, and a bit of mint and some lime juice or whatever. And then I'll eat like maybe like half a cup of rice with a little bit of stock, and then maybe a chicken breast for tea. It's ridiculous. And we've all seen that video of X TikToker or X this, and I'm a fitness model and I do this and I eat this a day. And the truth behind those videos is they do eat that in a day. Their 800 calorie diet is one day. It's not 7 days. It's definitely not 2 weeks. It's not 4 weeks. It's not a month. It's not a year. It's one day. And it's almost like it's put out there and promoted that you should only eat 800 calories a day for the rest of your life and you're going to look like me. And 9 times out of 10, that person has got a lot of muscle mass. They're athletic, skinny, athletic, maybe. And eating 800 calories is probably more to do with some kind of a regimen of a fat loss or water loss or something along those lines, where they're just trying a low intake of carbs that day, but the next day they're eating probably 3,000 calories. They just eat the 800 grams to just flush the system as a sort of a flush day to get rid of whatever, and then they'll pile in the carbohydrates and the protein the day after to build the system back up, to empty the tanks, shall we say, to burn a little bit of extra fat or lose a little bit of water weight. And it's more, the warning is, don't believe it. Even, I saw this on, there was a YouTube video I caught of someone a few days ago, which has inspired me to put this out there. Is that he found a video. It was a young girl. She's very athletic, very fit. You know, she looked like some kind of either a gymnast or like a IBB pro bodybuilder of some sort. And she put out that I eat this 800 calories a day. This is what I'm going to eat today, which is fine. And I think it's about 20 or 30 posts into the feed of this post on TikTok. Actually, she said, I only eat it for one day. I don't do this all the time. I probably do this maybe a dozen to 20 times a year. Is I'll take 800 calories in. I don't know if it's to lose water weight or just to deplete some carbs, or to, you know, try and burn a little bit of fat at low intensity exercise, just to get the body burning a little bit better, more efficient. Kind of like in terms of fasting, it was almost like a fasting thing that she does. About 20 days a year. But the way it was promoted on TikTok was that, almost to say to young females out there, and maybe even some young males, follow this diet, eat 800 calories, you'll look like me. No. Because you need to go and spend the next 3 to 5 years in the gym, working out, progressive overload, try and stay injury free, have a full-time nutritionist in your background, etc., etc. That's what you need to do to get the results. This is what the service that we provide at Failsafe Fitness. Now, nutrition and weight management, we give you progressive overload. We start you at this level and we take you up a notch, up a notch, up a notch. And even as a coach and as a company, we are learning things day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, how to deliver how our service is better. And everybody who has an ounce of pride in their work should be doing that. And the way these TikTok posts are being put out, I eat 800 calories a day, is disgusting. Because people are going to go and do that. And they're going to go and eat 800 calories for a week. And they're going to make themselves ill. They are going to be so disappointed, and they're going to be so annoyed when those results do not work. It's going to be devastating to see how many lives that will actually destroy. when they take 800 calories as a given. And it shouldn't be a given, because they're not. She even said 20 or 30 posts down, like some people saying, oh, it looks great, I'll do this diet. And she actually said, this is only for one day. I do it about 20 times a year. So what I'm basically saying is, those 800 calorie fad diets that you see, and the advertisements that you see on Facebook all the time, doesn't matter what group you're in, whether it be, trashcollectors.com or White Van Man, there's always someone touting a pill or a tablet or a tea that is being signed off by them as the miracle cure, that if you drink this before bed and before the morning and before every meal, you are going to lose 20 stone in 15 minutes. And that is definitely not the case. There is no magic pill, there is no magic drink. You need to make a plan, set some goals, work hard, and either take the advice from someone like myself or other people out there in the industry who are trustworthy, who will give you honest advice and honest ways of how you can do things. And it's not easy to lose weight. God damn, I know it isn't. It's very easy to lose your way in this industry. And it's very easy to fall into, I'm going to do that 800 calorie diet because she looks like that. But she looks like that because she's training 15 to 20 hours a week. She's done that for 5 years. She's got a full team of nutritionists who've worked out what calories, what macros, what micros she needs on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. And you don't have that. This is where we come in. We can give you that information. We can help you, guide you through your journey, and make you a better version of you. That simple. I do apologize, I forgot to turn my phone off, but there you go. See, we're not perfect. So yeah, diet tip for this week is just don't believe in any of those teas, those tablets, those little people. And Lorraine at work says, oh, I lost 20 pounds. She probably did, but Lorraine at work doesn't eat anything anyway. So all she did was just drink this tea. And if you just drank tea for 2 weeks, you'd probably lose 20 pounds too. Take everything with a pinch of salt, do your homework, and go and see a professional, whether that be a doctor, someone like me, a fitness professional, or a nutrition professional, and they will guide you in the right direction. They will point you to the things that matter and to the things that you need, and create a plan for you to be the best version of you. Wow, that got a little serious there, didn't it? But yeah, moving on from that, blog post this week, and it's something leading in or on from the diet thing, is that a lot of people have gone, well, I only eat low fat this and low fat that. I said, yeah, but the sugar content is high. And they go, what? Do I eat low fat yogurt? Great. Have you seen the sugar content in low fat yogurt? Especially it's heavily processed, it's non-Greek, it's just low fat yogurt, it's full of sugar. So yeah, there's no fat in it, but there's loads of sugar. There's as much sugar in that yogurt as there is in a can of soda. And they go, what? And when you sit and explain that to people, I've had this a few times this year, and they go, okay, I thought I was being healthy. I said, you are. You're getting some extra protein in your system, but you're also ingesting a lot more sugar. You may have cut sodas out of your diet, but you're adding the sugar back in via this and this and this. And when you add the low-fat yogurt in with fruit, high fructose, such as bananas and things like that, so you've removed sugar, but you've probably eaten more sugar now than you were before. And they're horrified. So on the blog, there are 44, there's a list of, count them, 44 names for added sugars in your food. It's quite sneaky. I mean, things like agave, barley malt syrup, beet sugar, brown sugar, fructose fruit juice, glucose, glycerol, golden brown sugar. They've all got sugar in the name, but then you've got grape sugar, then high fructose corn syrup, honey invert sugar, lactose is one. Lactose, we all know, if you're lactose intolerant, you can't have any cheese or milk items, dairy items, things like that. It makes things not feel very comfortable for someone who's lactose intolerant. You've got maltose and maple syrup, molasses, raw sugar, rice syrup, saccharose, sucrose syrup. Anything ending in O's is pretty much a sugar. And if it's in the food that you think is healthy, check the sugar content. It probably isn't. I'm not guaranteeing that it's not. I'm just saying these are the 44 probably most popular things that are added to your food. And they're added to foods that you wouldn't think were foods. Like some brown breads have added, rice syrup and molasses because it makes the bread taste a little bit more palatable than just normal wholemeal flour and wheat and barley, etc., whatever. So go check that blog post out. It's only a quick list. You can take a screenshot of it, and whenever you're shopping and you think, oh, I'm just going to check the sugars that are in this, you'll be surprised how many more of those there are than you think there are. Moving into my golf tip of the week. Now, this is something I get every week, probably every other day. My driver needs to go longer. And I think every male golfer that I've had this year has said the same thing. I need to get longer with my driver. And I'd probably say 70% of the guys that have come through my door so far in 2023, sorry people, I'm calling you out, I've either got a driver that isn't fitted for their swing, or they're the type of person that does one, if not all of these three things that I'm about to explain to you. So we all understand that the driver in a golf equipment is the lowest lofted and longest club in the bag. And there are some key things with that. So with it being the lowest lofted club, you need to help it in the air. And to help it in the air, you need to hit up on the ball. So anywhere between 2 and 6 degrees up is probably optimal. And the launch angle of that needs to be somewhere between sort of 10 and 14 degrees is traditionally, I think, the sweet spot for launching a golf ball with a driver. And then obviously it's marrying path to club face to get the thing to go straight. So those are the three things. You need to hit up on the ball, you need to deliver certain sets of numbers, and you need to marry your club path and your club face through the ball so it's not hooking or slicing. And what I've found is a lot of us amateurs are hitting down on the ball because they're coming over the top longest club, so the right shoulder moves towards the ball, which means 9 times out of 10, this is why all you guys out there, guys and girls out there, slice the golf ball. From the top of your backswing, both your head and your rear shoulder, I'm not going to say lead shoulder, but rear shoulder, So if you're left-handed, it's your left, and if it's your right-handed, it's your right shoulder goes towards the ball, which, unless you do something funky at the bottom of your swing, means that the club path to the ball is going left. And more than likely, you've got an open club face pointing right. So instead of having a square club face, hitting the ball squarely behind it, launching it down the fairway in a reasonably straight direction, you create what is called a glancing blow. So almost like a drop shot or a spin shot in tennis. You're slicing through the ball with an open face. The face is open, and the actual, the club head, the club shaft's going the other way. So you create a lot of side spin on the ball, just like you would in tennis with top spin or back spin. You're cutting the legs off the ball, and that's what makes it go miles to the left or miles to the right, depending on whether you're a left or right-handed golfer. So here's a little tip to gain some distance. Because 9 times out of 10, when people want to gain some distance, they tend to throw the club head from the top, and then they've got no lag through the ball to release into the ball to get it going. So my tip to gain some distance today, those 3 things that I've said you're all doing. I do it as well. Especially when I get tired, I tend to come over the top a little bit or release a little too early. So gain some distance with your driver, ladies and gents. Take your 3-wood head cover, put it in front of your ball, in front of your tee peg. Tee your tee ball up, and then it'll hit your driver. Because if you're hitting down at your driver, you will hit your 3-wood head cover. Now, in order to avoid your 3-wood head cover in front of your teed up golf ball, you are going to need to hit up, which may mean you need to close your front foot. So whether you're left or right-handed, whichever your front foot is, make sure that the toes of that lead foot, the one that's closest to the target, are further forward or closer to the ball than your back foot. Because more than likely you've opened your stance because you're slicing it right. You're thinking you're opening your stance and aiming more left. And what you're actually doing is opening your stance, leaving the club face square, and still not closing the club face and making your slice worse. So what I want you to do is close those feet. So if you're right-handed, have your left foot so the toes are slightly in front of the toes on your right foot. I want you to flare that foot out, and then I want you to just take a small step back, about half a ball to what you normally do. And then I want you to hit a shot. And you're going to do one of 2 things. You're either going to hit it out the heel, or you're going to hit it straight down the fairway. Because what you're doing is creating a different path. You're still going to swing the same. You might even come over the top a little bit. But by closing your stance and opening that front foot out, flaring it out, you're allowing your hips still to rotate through the ball. But you're not allowing the golf club to travel left. So your club is travelling more through the ball. And even if it travels through the ball with a slightly open face, it's not going to completely slice onto the next fairway. If it does, then I want you to, at the next shot, slightly close the face of your driver and then go hit another one. And keep at that until you see the ball go reasonably straight down the fairway or down the driving range. And that's my driving tip for the day. So what you're going to create is a straighter path for your golf club. You're going to square the club face up, which is going to create a better strike. You're going to hit a little bit more up because you're going to want to miss that head cover on the floor. So you're hitting more up on the ball with a straighter club path and a straighter club face, which means, hallelujah, you should be straighter down the fairway. Because if you can reduce curvature left or right on a golf ball, it just means it's going to go further, straighter and further. Because if it goes 30 yards left and comes back 30 yards right, there's probably 20 yards of carry there that if you straighten that out, where's that 20 yards of carry going to go? Because you're still hitting the ball at the same pace. And that is my tip of the week for golf. And that's pretty much it for the week as well. So don't forget, go and do some bilateral training. You're going to find some weaknesses, whether that be in your hamstrings, your quads, your biceps, your triceps, bench press, whatever. You're going to find out something by using dumbbells or kettlebells to do individual exercises with one side of your body compared to the other. You're going to find some weaknesses, and being able to rectify them now to make sure that your body is fully in sync is going to make a massive difference to your health and fitness. Don't go believing that 800 calorie fad diet, all those teas or magic pills on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. They are not real. They are a one-day diet done by professionals who've been doing it for probably years, if not decades, for a specific reason, whether to drop water weight, reduce carbs, or burn a little bit of fat on that day to help recruit the fat cells in their body. But they don't do it all the time. So avoid those fad diets. Go and get some help from some professionals like myself, and we will put you on the right track. Sugars in your food. There's a list of 44 sugars that could be in your foods. Go take a look at the blog post, take a screenshot of that list, and then when you go shopping, if you're looking to reduce your sugar, check those off the list. Anyone who buys a session from me in May, we've got the 3 for 2 for promotion back on. 9 for 6 is the maximum you can buy. You've got 90 days to use those. And the first 20 people to actually come and see those sessions out will get a divot tool, a ball marker, and a golf groove brush, which can also be a marker, as a little gifty from me. And of course, if you want to add some distance to your drives, go to the driving range, put a 3-wood or your driver head cover in front of your ball, close your stance slightly, swing normally, and see how you get on, and just tweak and adjust until you see that ball fly straighter than it does now, and you'll be hitting more up. So more launch, less spin means more distance, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the show. If you do want to get in contact, failsafefitness@hotmail.com. failsafefitness.weebly.com is the website. Himley Hall website is also available as well. So that is himleygolf.wixsite.com. All my information is on there. Course status is on there as well. We'll be announcing things very, very soon. Course will be up and running. Business will be up and running. Come and see me. I will fix your imbalances. I will fix your nutrition. And I will hopefully fix your golf game in 2023. It's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you've been as entertained as I have. Look out on social media for the extra special giveaway that will be happening over the next few months. My name's been Michael. This has been Failsafe Fitness Podcast. Have a great week, everybody. Have a great round. I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye.